This is what Dre doesn't understand. I don't have to have a relationship with someone in order to treat them like a decent human being. I don't have to like someone to have a relationship with someone. You need to have a relationship with your sister. You don't have to like your sister. She may have personality traits you don't like. I bet you she has a lot of personality traits you do like, because I raised you. So if you like my personality traits, she is a variation of me. You are a variation of me. So I'm sure you guys will like each other if you gave each other an opportunity. But that's not the point. The point is, if you had a relationship with your sister, you could go ask her to facilitate your birthday party. Because relationship is based off of mutual respect, not like. Mutual respect.
I mean,
you ain't got to be friends with her, but you got to have a relationship. Just like me and certain individuals. I told him, I was just like, I talk to you the exact same way that I talk to. The only difference is I have a relationship with. So when I correct 10 times harsher than I correct anybody. But after that correction, we're laughing, we're talking, we're whatever, you know. And that's why I say I have to work on my relationship with you. You and I, all we've had was correction, harsh talk. And that's why I say, you need to come around more and actually engage, which you have been, thank you, so that we can work on our relationship. And I also have to be more engaged in the times that we're engaging. I don't know what works for you. And with the other people, I was just like, there's no relationship. So when the correction comes, you think that I am doing something because I don't like you. No, it's not that I don't like you, that it's coming across harshly. It's coming across harshly because all I say to you is corrections. And when I do try to establish a relationship, you will not allow it to happen. So, to save myself from being the bad guy, I'm no longer correcting, and I'm okay with there not being a relationship. But for you and your sister, you don't have to have a friendship with your sister. But you have to have a relationship with your sister. And you don't want to build a relationship with someone that you don't like. So the first order of business is for both of you to remove unlikable behaviors. Because it is the unlikable behaviors that repel someone. It is the likable behaviors that entice someone in, and that's where you get into the friendship realm. But we don't even have to get to friendships. We're just trying to get to relationship. So you have to like something to build a relationship, and the relationship strengthens the friendship. So now I see how you see a friendship is closer than relationship, because in the right order, I can be a friend. If I've made it to friendship, we have a relationship. And somehow we relate it, but it's superficial. I have to work that out, because I'm understanding God is connecting the dots between my prior understanding and your understanding of the depths of friendship. So that's what that is. I'm making sense of what you said, but it's still, because it's bumping up against what I believe to be true. So what I believe to be true is asking questions of the new ideology I'm adapting. So that's how change happens, guys, for me. But the fact that I just clocked how change happens for me, you can start clocking how change happens for you. And my old information, that's why when people be getting me put together, I be like, I'd be sitting there with the ugliest look on my face. I'd be like, I am not receiving whatever you're saying to me well. And I have to give grace to people, because yesterday somebody snapped at me because I solved 2 of their problems. Things that they accepted as their identity, I solved them for them. Like, oh, you ain't got to work. You ain't got to deal with that no more. Here's why. And they were like, I didn't ask you to do this. Like, I just thought we were going to have a regular conversation. And I'm like, bitch, this is a regular conversation. I don't talk about the weather. I don't do superficial. That's why I sit my ass in this corner right here. Because I can't talk to people. Because people really don't want help. And so this person bucked at me. And I got offended because the same thing happened with Dre. Dre was like, why are there? There's nothing wrong with me. What do you mean I don't know me? I know myself. I was like, So I took some lessons yesterday, but I got offended because I was just like, I'm helping you and you're mad at me? Like, I literally told you don't have to accept depression in your life, and you're like mad at me because I told you that? I told you this is God's blessing and this is God's test. I literally pointed out what God was doing. Like, you were like, universe, what are you doing? I know what universe is doing. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I clock universe because I pay attention to things in my life and I understand what universe is trying to teach me at a particular time. So when the test shows up, I see that. I'm like, and I'll choose to pass or fail the test depending on the energy, which is the failure point is where the work needs to continue. So a failure isn't a failure. It's just letting you know, dang, I still got work to do because I found my failure point. Dre doesn't yell or get angry like he used to, but he still has a failure point, and I have pushed him to his new failure point. And he now knows he got some more work to do. He thought he was done getting angry, but the fact that I got him angry, guess what? You have a new failure point you did not heal past. I got failure points too. I'm still, I like, people try to be like, you didn't change. Do you understand? I'm a completely different person. So whatever little piece of bloop remnants of the old Lonnie that you see, I done became a whole new person. Like, have you become a whole new person? So before you try to point out my failure points, point yours out. That's how my brain works. I could teach you. Book a coaching service. Oh no, I'm watching The Walking Dead, y'all. It's so good. I watched it before, but I'm watching it again, and it's equally good. Yeah, relationships are important. Oh yeah, I was breaking down like. So it is for you and your sister to stop exhibiting unlikable behaviors. Okay? So your sister literally gives you feedback about the things that she doesn't like that you do. And you literally give me feedback about the things that, you give her feedback and she gives you feedback, however that works. So if you guys stop doing those things because you choose to do them, so start choosing to not do it. And now we can at least get past the dislikable behaviors. So you ain't got to like each other yet. It's not important. But at least you don't dislike each other. Now we can start working on being likable, because it's in that likableness that we now get into relationship. And in that relationship, now you can start building friendship. It's almost simultaneously when you're doing it right. All right, gotta go.